Okay, now that we have our Google signed in and we're ready to go, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to this 3x3 square in between the images and the alarm bell, and you're just going to click on that. Now when you click on it, your icons might be different from mine because you can customize it to what you use most often. So if you don't see the sites icon right here, it kind of looks like a little newspaper. You can click more and it'll go down for you. If you still don't see it there, we can take it one step further and hit even more from Google, which will take us to this page. Now don't really worry about what's up top right now because you won't be getting into that until you're pretty Google savvy. Go ahead and scroll down to where it says Home and Office, and you'll see all of the applications for Gmail, Docs, Slides, all of those. And this is really where we're going to be living for right now. Go ahead and click Sites, and it'll take us to our websites. Now you should see a Great Valley Academy logo in the top left because they do oversee all of the Google aspects of our GVA emails. And you should also see your name up here on the top right. So just make sure that you're signed in and that's where we want to be for right now because otherwise your Google site won't be saved under your name. Once you've figured out that that's where you want to be, you may have a couple sites here if you've played around with it in the past. If not, it should be completely empty right here. You shouldn't have anything right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit create, and we should see a page like this. Now I should say right off the bat, you don't want to name your first site, the site that you're learning on, the best name. So if, for example, if you really want your classroom's name to be Thor Lover 5000, you shouldn't name your site Thor Lover 5000. You should probably name it Thor Lover 5001 as an example, just because it's a lot easier to go back and create a new website than to delete whatever website you might be using or to go back and completely revamp the website. So name it Test if you want to, name it after your favorite dog, whatever you want. Just my words of wisdom would be not to name it whatever website you ultimately want to be using. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to browse the gallery for templates because I know that I want to be using an education template. So you can search whatever you want. If you are a coach and you want your template to be football, load that in there, and nothing really came up. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and browse. So you can browse the featured templates. So there are classroom sites, soccer teams, floral wedding, anything you could really think of, or activities and events, elegant. Again, you can kind of browse through all of these at your leisure. Here's a teacher template. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one for this one. So then I'll scroll down and I'm going to select this template and it automatically pops up next to the blank template, which is really nice because I don't have to go into my downloads folder or anything like that. It's already there for me. So now that my template's chosen, I'm going to go ahead and name my site. So this, again, where I said the naming aspect comes in. So I'm going to just name my site Teacher Training so that you guys can see what website I'm creating with you. Now another portion of this to think about is whatever you name your site is ultimately going to become the website's address. So you don't want to create it to be a huge, long, complex name that your students aren't ever going to remember unless you're going to forward it on through a site like GoDaddy, which I can show you guys how to do as well. So that's all that I did. I just selected a template and I named my site, and from there we're going to go. So we're going to select Create. And it does take a little bit of time. And there we go. There's my classroom website. And that is how you create your website.